This week in Pokemon Go is actually going to be quite exciting because there's going to be a lot of new content that is coming to the game. First and foremost, we're going to be seeing the debut of a new Pokemon through a completely normal event, and we're also going to be getting a raid day featuring a new Mega Evolution. I'm going to be talking about these along with other important details for this week in this video. Let's get right into it. Alright, what's happening everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So this week is full of some really decent content for Pokemon Go. I know that for a lot of players, they've been wanting some really good excitement with this game, and I will say this week might deliver. The reason why I say that is because we're finally going to be seeing the debut of the Pokemon the Dunsparce, and it's going to be through the completely normal event. And there's other tidbits with this event that are actually really good that you do not want to ignore, and I really do think that for pretty much every single Pokemon Go player, there's going to be something with this event that is actually going to be beneficial for you. And I will say that there's other stuff going on this week that you also do not want to ignore, including the debut of a new Mega Evolution, and it's going to be through a Mega Raid Day. We'll talk about that more later, but first, let's talk about this completely normal event. The completely normal event is going to be happening on September 23rd at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go until September 27th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. Now, the featured Pokemon for this event is going to be Ditto, along with the Dunsparce, which is a brand new Pokemon that you can get after this event. Now, Ditto is going to be an interesting one because this is one of those Pokemon that has a bit of an asterisk to it. It's not going to be a Pokemon you will commonly see, but it is definitely one that a lot of players try to go after, specifically the shiny form. Now, in regards to the new Pokemon, the Dunsparce, it's actually the evolved form of a Pokemon that already exists, which is Dunsparce. In order to get the Dunsparce, you just need to evolve a Dunsparce with 50 candy, and you'll be able to get this brand new Pokemon. And then of course, you're also going to have the following event bonuses. You're going to get double the amount of candy whenever you catch Pokemon, double the amount of experience when you evolve Pokemon, and then you're going to have an increased chance to get shiny Dunsparce, as well as an increased chance to encounter Ditto. Now, the Pokemon that can transform into Ditto is actually going to get changed up during this event, which means if you want to get yourself a Ditto or even a shiny Ditto, then you're going to want to look for different Pokemon that could potentially transform into it. They did not specify which of these Pokemon are, but I would suggest that around the time that this event starts, we'll probably have a better idea, and you will just want to make sure you catch every single one of those Pokemon that could potentially become Ditto. And then finally, there's going to be a paid timed research with this event. It's going to cost $1.99 USD. It's going to give you 5,000 experience, 2 lucky eggs, as well as encounters with Dunsparce. Now, unless you're looking for high IV shiny Dunsparces, I really do not think this paid timed research is going to be worth it. It's really going to be dependent on whether or not you want shiny Dunsparce. That's pretty much it, but aside from that, you will be able to get Dunsparce outside of this paid timed research. Like in the wild encounters, you're going to see Sentret, Dunsparce, as well as Baneri, and even Audinos in the wild, and they're all potentially going to be shiny. And then of course there's going to be a collection challenge during this event, which is going to give you experience, 1 lure module, as well as encounters with Dunsparce. Again, you do not need to pay for that, and you will be still getting yourself some Dunsparce encounters. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be seeing the debut of a new Mega Evolution, and this time it's going to be Mega Camerupt. And I will say that for most players, they probably do not need this Mega Evolution aside from the Pokédex entry, but I will say there are certain benefits to this raid day aside from just the Mega Evolution. And then on top of that, I'm sure pretty much everyone is going to want the Pokédex entry, and then when it comes to Camerupt itself, it's actually quite a rare shiny, and when it comes to these sort of raid days, they typically boost the shiny rate, so that alone should get you excited about this particular raid day. So let's talk about the details for this event. Mega Camerupt Raid Day is going to be happening on September 28th from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time.
The featured Pokemon is, of course, going to be Mega Camerupt. It's going to be the raid boss for this raid day, and it's going to be making its debut. And then, of course, you're also going to see a boosted shiny rate for this Pokemon, so if you do not have yourself a shiny Camerupt, this is definitely going to be a great opportunity for you to get it. Now, during this event, we're going to see the following event bonuses, and they're pretty similar to pretty much every other raid day. You're going to get 5 additional free raid passes when you spin gym photo discs for a total of 6. You're going to have an increased chance to get shiny Camerupt, and then you're also going to see the remote raid pass limit get increased to 20. And there's also going to be an event ticket which will be sold in the web store and the in-game shop, and it's going to give you 8 additional raid passes for a total of 14. And then it's going to give you an increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles, and then you're going to get 50% more experience from raid battles and double the amount of Stardust from raids.
Alright, let's switch gears and talk about the weekly content, starting off with Dynamax battles. So, this week we're going to see Dynamax Chansey in max battles, and I will say that this is a really decent Dynamax Pokemon, specifically because it is a really powerful tank. So, if you're looking for a well-rounded team for your max battles, then you do not want to miss out on getting yourself a Dynamax Chansey. It's going to be in max battles starting with tonight's Max Monday, which is going to be from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. local time. Next up, let's talk about this week's Spotlight Hour, which is going to be tomorrow, September 23rd from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon is going to be Hoot Hoot, with a 2 types catch candy bonus. I will say this is one of those Spotlight Hours where it's not really that high of a priority, so you could probably skip out on this particular Spotlight Hour and you're really not going to miss out on much. Next up, let's talk about this week's raid hour, and I will say this is going to be a super important raid hour regardless of whoever you are. Whether you're a veteran player or a newer player, you do not want to miss out on this week's raid hour. The reason why I say that is because the featured Pokemon is going to be Origin Form Dialga. Origin Form Dialga is actually not going to be the raid boss for legendary raids during this week. It's specifically only for this raid hour. So if you want to get yourself an Origin Form Dialga with the Adventure Effect move, then you will want to make sure you participate with this Wednesday's raid hour. It's going to be on Wednesday, September 24th from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. local time. And then finally, let's go over what's going to be active this week in the Go Battle League. So until this Tuesday, September 23rd, we're going to have the Open Master League Mega Edition, as well as the Willpower Cup Great League Edition. And then afterwards, until the end of the week, we're going to have the Open Great League, Ultra League, as well as the Master League. Alright, so there you have it. This is actually a pretty exciting week in my opinion. The fact that we're getting ourselves a brand new Pokemon as well as a new Mega Evolution, there's actually quite a lot of really good new content. So yeah, I think this week is going to be pretty good. I think there's going to be something for pretty much everyone. And yeah, I really do not think you should ignore it. There's really a lot of things for you to do. But that's essentially going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding everything that I talked about down below. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to, or do you feel like this is actually a week you're going to skip out on? If you feel that way, then definitely share your thoughts in the comments down below, the reasons why you think that, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you can do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. And if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids, the friendship system, opening and sending gifts, different things like that. If you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see on the bottom of your screen right now. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and that'll be a huge help to my channel. And you'll have access to some exclusive content, and you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later.